right, hello. Hi everybody, this is Cubiever,
Hey everyone, it's Puffs.
and welcome to Hunter's Lodge number 23. This is a really big one, so we have a lot of stuff to cover today, so why don't we just dive right in? Okay, this is going to be a little different than usual Hunter's Lodges. So what I wanted to do today is, it's been a year and a half since we launched Cubieverse, so we wanted to go back in time a little bit and look at the evolution of Cubieverse so far. October in 2023 is when we launched Cubieverse, and thanks to our amazing community, we collected a ton of feedback, and which we needed in order to make the game better. And let's take a look at that feedback that we received from all of you guys. Here is the top 7 community feedback we got from everybody. Number 1 was when iOS. Then bring back crypto earn rewards, more events please, more things to build, quality of life upgrades, make cubies more valuable, and when Cubieverse in my country. The first one was easy. A week after we launched,
It was not easy.
no,
Sorry,
it was not.
not
And
easy
the
at
first one
all.
is absolutely completely thanks to Bill. He pulled some strings at Apple and he got it in. That's what happened.
There's a lot of begging and pleading, and yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, keep
But
going.
we did it. A week after we launched Cubieverse, we were so happy to announce that we finally got into the App Store. So since then, it's been smooth sailing on Apple, and they actually have been very cooperative with us, and it seems that they really like Cubieverse so far. Two was bring back crypto rewards. We made a lot of improvements there. We introduced our coin quest system, and we've run a couple of successful coin quests. And we also have a Solana export system currently in the game. Now we have some really big improvements on this item coming later in this Hunter's Lodge, so stay tuned. 3 more events, please. Right, here's a little overview of all the events that we have done since the launch of Cubieverse. We introduced a new type of event, a mini event, and we ran a number of those. Like recently, the Shadow Ninja, which people really liked, and we also had things like Mystery Science Theater. That was more of a sponsored event, so expect a lot more mini events to come. We also have country events, a couple of new ones like India, and next month we will have another new country event, Paraguay. We also had a bunch of sports events. I don't know if you guys remember the World Cup event. We had some MMA prediction events and some Super Bowl events. And of course, our legendary big events, we like Halloween and Christmas, are also part of this. More things to build. You guys wanted things to build in the Cubieverse. Here's what we gave you guys to build. And I'm so happy to announce that you remember before we started the building out of the Cubieverse, we were hopeful that 10% of the player base would build these things so that all the players could enjoy them. Well, the actual number is 65%. So much higher
Nice
than we
work,
expected.
guys.
So great job, guys. It's really fun to see areas being built out. Even if you're a sole player somewhere in a small village, it's so cool to see that that one player can make a difference. Right, quality of life upgrades. Here are just a few of them, but we've done a ton of them. And of course, I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but these are some of my favorites, like Adventure Road notification, the Mega Forge, things like that. Smart tags. I really love the smart tags. So, and this is an ongoing process. So keep the feedback coming where you feel like the game needs a little bit of love, where the UI is a little, hard to follow sometimes. So keep the feedback coming. We will constantly keep improving these things.
I mean, my favorite is that we have tutorials in the game now.
Oh, yeah. 6, make cubies more valuable. Well, the current Cubie utility in the game is already pretty extensive, right? We have certain adventure road daily quests where you need specific cubies. We have Cubie battles. There is one coming up at the end of this presentation. We have unique stuffing requirements for these structures. I just showed you a slide before. You can now also rank up your Cubie all the way to level 50. And the higher level your Cubie is, the more positive effect it will have on your structure. And some Cubies also have event benefits, right? Like the Witch Quest, things like that. But Starting in the next build, which is coming very, very soon, we're going to supercharge this by making Cubies tradable as NFTs on external markets. Every player will be able to mint their Cubie to the blockchain on the Solana chain and then sell it on an external marketplace, and whoever buys it can then import it into their game account. So this will allow not just trading inside the game via the auction house, but trading Cubies in external marketplaces where the liquidity could be 100 times higher of what we had inside of the game. This is drug we've been working with for a long time, so super happy that this is finally going to be live. So expect this next build, which could be next week, maybe the week after, max. So very soon. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Is my sound better now?
Yeah, sounds better.
Okay. Maybe I've just talked too fast. I need to calm down. I'm too excited about this build. Okay. And then another question we got so many times is like, hey, when Cubieverse in my country? Well, we have launched 40 countries so far. Here is a little map with all the countries Cubieverse is currently active in, and I am proud to announce that in the next couple of months we're going to launch the entire continent of Latin America. So everything you see on the left there will be green, pretty much. So we are not stopping. We will keep rolling out new countries because this is a geolocation game. So the more geo, the more fun.
Yeah. And I mean, the cost of us doing this is dramatically going down. Even things like localizing the game client and translating it, AI is making that super easy for us now. So I think you're going to see not just like launching in other countries, but actually like making it so that we can go support a bunch of languages as well.
Yeah. And speaking on that topic, we just 2 weeks ago launched the fully localized client in Spanish. So people who, if you want to test it out, just put your phone to Spanish language, and everything in Cubieverse will be Spanish, including trivia. All right, so that was the top 7 community feedback, but we as a company, Titanium Toaster, we have our internal goals as well, right? So these are kind of our top 3 priorities. Number 1 is obviously we need to have long-term sustainability for the game. We're also heavily focused on making the new player onboarding experience as smooth as possible. In fact, we spent the majority of our development in the last, I would say, 10 months focused on getting the new player onboarding better and better. And I'm really happy to announce that it's very good now. The numbers are looking much better now. So that means we are ready to start cranking the marketing again. And then the last thing is this is something that you guys complained a lot about, and you were right to complain about it because we dropped the ball often here. When we launched a new version, a new build, often we had some issues, especially in the first couple of days after the build. We fixed them quick, but some of these things they should never make it to the live game. So we have a solution for that as well. So taking everything into consideration, our goals and the top community feedback, we have been working really hard behind the scenes on a completely improved version of the Cubieverse, a big new, not just a monthly patch, but a very big step up from what we have. And we are ready today to announce what that's going to look like. And so we are ready to take it up to the next level.
Dun, dun, dun.
And today we're going to talk about 2 major components to this. Cubiecoins as a cryptocurrency, Cubieverse seasons, right? Let's talk about the first one first, Cubiecoins as tokens. All right, Cubiecoins are obviously going to power the future of the Cubieverse, and this is a super exciting milestone for the Cubieverse. We've been working a long time on this, but we are going to launch Cubiecoins on the Solana blockchain. So Cubiecoins become an actual cryptocurrency that can be traded, imported and exported out of the game and traded outside of the game. And the most important thing for you guys is that all the Cubiecoins that you currently have in your inventory, those will all be real Cubiecoins if you export them. Okay, let's dive a little deeper, okay? So what's the utility of Cubiecoins? Well, compared to most other Web3 games, you instantly have a ton of utility with Cubiecoins. They're designed to empower players by enabling player-to-player trading via the auction house. You can purchase unique Cubies, XU skins, and consumables. You will be able to use them to participate in exciting game events and even in real-life city events. Let's take a little closer look at the tokenomics. All right, so Cubiecoins will be a cryptocurrency minted on the Solana network. We picked Solana because of they have low fees and fast transactions. You know, everybody knows this. And for gaming, it has been a very good choice. We experimented with Solana already with our Solana export tickets, and it's been working out really well for us. The total supply will be a fixed supply of 30 billion Cubiecoins. Okay, so let's take a little closer look. These 30 billion Cubiecoins, how is that going to be assigned? Here is the token allocation. Out of the 30 billion Cubiecoins, 10% will be allocated purely for rewards for players for playing Cubieverse. 10% goes to current and future player rewards. So that's 3 billion Cubiecoins. Then we'll have 23% that will go to a token sale. 33% will go to development to expand the game functionality and create more events, more fun stuff, and work on these future seasons that we talked about. And then 33% will go to marketing and player acquisition to really start growing this game internationally super rapidly. Do you have any details about this, Bill, or maybe?
I mean, so there's a big disclaimer here that the details can change. We're actively getting feedback, both from, we want feedback from the community, but obviously we're talking to lawyers, et cetera, et cetera. So some of these details may change, but this is kind of the gist of it, right? The most important thing is that if you've earned Cubiecoins in the game up until this point, these are going to be available for you to export onto the blockchain. So, the effort that you put into the game's not wasted. You can still do all the cool stuff that you can do with the coins in the game. And if you want, you can export them out and trade them outside of the game as well.
Yep.
And then we've also, made sure that we have a healthy allocation to continue to provide in-game rewards.
Yeah. And talking about that, so all of these allocations, they will get unlocked over time, right? Including the current and future player rewards, they will get slowly unlocked over time, and this is how that will work. So we'll have a player reward pool that will go to reward all the players with the tokens, the Cubiecoins that they can earn in the game, and each season a certain chunk of that pool will get unlocked for the players. Now, at season 1, we will instantly unlock a massive pool, the biggest chunk ever. Season 1 will instantly unlock 1 billion Cubiecoins as a reward pool for players. And that 1 billion Cubiecoins, that covers all the current Cubiecoins in existence, plus all the Cubiecoins that will get earned during season 1. Yeah. And then season 2 will unlock an additional 200 million Cubiecoins. And then each season after that, the supply will start to diminish with 10%. So season 3 will unlock 180 million Cubiecoins and so on. Okay. Now there is a second mechanism where additional Cubiecoins can get unlocked into the reward pool, and that is when we reach certain user growth milestones. This is measured in DAOs, daily active users. So when we reach 10,000 DAOs, we don't know when that is. Maybe it's halfway season 1, maybe it's halfway season 3. So whenever that happens, an additional 100 million Cubiecoins get unlocked to accommodate all these new players. That makes sense, right? Okay, right. So that's kind of at a high level, like, we can't go too much in detail yet, but you will hear it in future Hunter Lodges. But we were super excited about this, so we wanted the community to know about this. That's Cubiecoins as tokens coming up very, very soon. Second big part to this new version of the Cubieverse is Cubieverse seasons. Let's dive into that. What are seasons? Cubieverse will have 4 story arcs a year. And each season will have at least 3 mini events, 3 coin quests, and a unique specific cubies, consumables, HQ skins, and more. And each season will also have at least one big event. That's all fine, but let's just dive right in. Let's just look at season one. Let's spill the beans on season one.
Before you flip the slide, everyone should know this has been one of the most requested things in the game, including by me.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Season one is called Dogmania. When does it launch? It launches July 1st. And it's all going to be about dogs. The whole season. A whole storyline with NPCs, different quest lines, culminating into a huge end of season event all around dogs. It's going to be super fun. Yeah, we'll see. But before we go deeper into that, first I want to also say that we are changing our development process. Remember earlier we said that one of the things we want to focus on as Titanium Toaster is to deliver a more robust and stable game. So what we did is we added an additional step into our development process. So now we'll have our development process goes into internal testing, and then it will go into a beta server. And only once it's stable and smooth on the beta server, that's when we're going to launch it on the live servers. So let's take a look at the beta server. Everybody will be able to hunt on the beta server. So if you want to see a sneak preview of upcoming features, you can play on the beta server. If you like helping us out, making the game better, and you like finding bugs, etc., please join the beta server. Also, there is no NDA on the beta server. So if you're a content creator, you can go on the beta server, record footage from a feature that has not been released yet, and show it to your followers. No problem. Go for it. When does the beta server open with season 1 functionality in it? That will be in June. So 2 months from now, season 1 will start on the beta server. And yeah, I'm hoping we see a lot of players on there. We get a lot of quality feedback. So by the time July 1st rolls around, we'll have a really smooth experience for all the players on the live servers. All right, let's take a deeper look at season 1. Season 1 will feature a new reward system, new export system, a new weekly event, new daily quests, new consumables, new account level perks, brand new multi-stage mini event, and a big end of season special event. All right, first one, new reward system. Well, remember, I already talked about this, but season one will unlock a huge chunk of reward pool, which will unlock 1 billion Cubiecoins, which cover all Cubiecoins earned so far by all players, plus all the Cubiecoins players will earn during season 1. And we also have a new reward system. The new reward system is much easier to understand. Also, in season 1, all vaults will reward 20% more Cubiecoins versus current averages, right? And then each season after that, the rewards will slowly trickle down. Every season, vaults will drop 10% less. So it's really beneficial to play today instead of next year. And also we added additional bonus boxes to some of the vaults.
Yeah, this reduction was an idea that we had similar to like the halvening with Bitcoin, but we didn't want to have like a dramatic drop in that way. So we figured like 10% over every quarter was probably going to be something that was a little bit more absorbable by the community, with the idea that Cubiecoins get scarcer over time, and that may have some kind of economic impact.
Yeah, it pays to be an early adopter in the Cubieverse, right? I think that's been very clear. Anybody who's been playing this game for years and this time it's not going to be any different. Okay, so let's take a quick look at each vault, right? How do I get Cubiecoins? Well, the simplest way to get Cubiecoins is hunt for white vault. They're easy to find and easy to solve. Now, the new base reward for Cubiecoins is going to be 12. Cubiecoins in white vaults is 12. Reminder, this is the base reward, so you need to use a formula that incorporates the structure level and your country modifier to know the actual rewards. So if you're in the USA and you have a level 10 white user vault and you have a level 30 Cubie on it, it's going to be much more than 12.
All right. And this used to be 10.
Yeah.
So as you said, we're upping it by 20% for the first season.
First season, 20% more on average. All right, then blue vaults, 120 base Cubiecoins, and blue vaults will now also have a new bonus drop. The 1% bonus drop from blue vaults is going to be an XP elixir, but I will explain what that is later. The green vaults will have a base of 1200. The yellow vaults will have a base of 12,000. And the red vaults will have a base of 120,000 Cubiecoins, 5,000 chromatic paint, 10,000 resin, and the red vaults will now also have a bonus drop. They will have a 1% chance to drop a diamond export ticket. But no worries, I'll explain export tickets right after this.
And these things still have the country modifiers applied to them.
Yeah. All right, next up. So that was the new reward system. Very simple. Yeah, so the country modifier is unchanged, right? So the country modifier of USA is 2. So let's just go here. I'm just going to give a quick example. I see some people in the chat asking about it. If I'm in USA and my country modifier is 2, then I'm going to get 240,000 Cubiecoins from a red vault. Okay. Right, let's take a look at the new export system. How do I export Cubiecoins to your Solana wallet? You need to do 2 things. You have to load up your export account and you need to export it via a web portal. Let's first focus on step 1. What do I need to do to load your export account? Well, I need to find my export account first. Then I will have to have export tickets and I will have to have Cubiecoins. So what is an export account? Every player's HQ will come with an export account. And the level of your HQ dictates what the maximum amount is you can load this account. At level 1, you can load 5,000 Cubiecoins into your HQ. Now we will also unlock additional leveling of your HQ all the way to level 10. And if you have a level 10 HQ, you can load up to 250,000 Cubiecoins into your export account. Okay, how do I load Cubiecoins into my export account? For that, you will need export tickets. You can earn export tickets just by playing the game. If you play the game, you will get export tickets. They will be everywhere. And what they do is they allow you to load a certain amount of Cubiecoins into your export account, right? And these amounts will be adjusted for each season. So today we can announce these are the values for season 1. We have 5 different export tickets: steel, bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. And it goes from steel, which allows you to load 5,000 Cubiecoins into your export account, all the way to diamond, which will allow you to load 250,000 Cubiecoins into your export account. All right, that's all fine and dandy, but where do I get these export tickets? That's of course the burning question everybody has. There are 7 ways to get export tickets: leaderboards, adventure road, events, contest boxes, referrals, buddy quests, account level perks, and of course we will be adding more over time. And also from now on, when we do contests, we will add export tickets as prizes as well, like if we do MMA prediction events and things like that. Right. Global leaderboards. Of course, every month, whoever is in the top 5 global on both Hunter and Builder will earn export tickets. The number 1 of both, they will both get a diamond export ticket, and all the way to number 5 will get 2 bronze tickets. So that is for global. But even more important is we now have a reward table for each country every month, and we have 40 countries, right? So every month, if in your country, if you're number 1, you get a gold export ticket. If you're number 3, you get 3 bronze export tickets, and that is applied for every country. So if you combine all of that, every month we will unlock 2 diamonds, 82 golds, 82 silvers, 490 bronze, and 7,520 steel tickets. And in season 1, that represents a potential of 55 million Cubiecoins that could get exported per month.
And that's assuming we're not launching more countries, which we'll
Yeah,
be
so it's
launching.
even more, yeah.
That's just with the current set of countries.
Okay, but I get you. You know, not everybody is like super hardcore. Some people are super casual, and they might never get into the top 5, even for their country. Here are the other ways to earn export tickets. This one is one of the easiest way, which is Adventure Road. And the number one, the simplest one is literally on tier 1 on the free side, there is a steel export ticket. Then there is another one on tier 12 on the paid side, and another one on the free side on tier 24. So just getting to tier 24 on the Adventure Road will give you 3 steel tickets every month. Another way to get export tickets is finishing events. We want you to participate in our events. We spend a lot of time making them, and we think they're a lot of fun. So we put a gold export ticket in each big tickler. Finish the event, you get a gold export ticket. Not everybody finishes the event, but everybody can participate in contests. So we want people to participate in our contests. So every contest box you get, like from prediction events, Cubie battles, etc., and we will do more events as well. We'll just be very busy. But each contest box will, for starting in season 1, will have a 10% chance to get a bronze export ticket. Referrals. We want people to refer their friends and family to the game. So here, this is a milestone system. So based on how many referrals you activate in a month, you get more export tickets. So let's say you activate 25 referrals in a month, you'll get a silver export ticket. Also, we completely reworked the buddy quest reward. Every time you finish a buddy quest, you will now get to spin the wheel. And the regular 5 green keys are on the wheel, but you could also get a yellow key. You have a chance to get a bronze export ticket. You even have a chance to get a silver export ticket every time you do a buddy quest. So this is going to be a lot of fun. And then the last part to get export tickets is simply from account level perks. Just by playing the game, eventually over time you will level up. If you reach account level 13, you get a bronze. Get to level 23, you get a silver. Get to level 42, you get a gold. If you're already higher than 42 now, you will instantly get these 3 as soon as season 1 starts. All right, so back to the 2-step system here. Now we know how to load up your export account. You need your export account, you need export tickets, you need Cubiecoins, and then once you have a certain balance of Cubiecoins, let's say I loaded 100,000 Cubiecoins into my export account, how do I get them to my wallet? Step 2 is you go to an export portal. You will need to get verified, but this is a one-time only thing. Then you need to pay the transaction fee, which is what the cost that we incur to just send you the tokens. Which will be 100 crystal keys. Pick the wallet you want to receive the Cubiecoins on, and then your request will get added to the weekly export batch. So once a week, the whole batch will get processed and all the Cubiecoins will get sent out. And you can export it, you can do this once a week. Every week you can export. So if you have a level 10 HQ, every week you can export 250,000 Cubiecoins. All right, man, this is the longest Hunter Lodge ever.
It's only good stuff, so.
Woo! All right, let's do it. New weekly event, Resident 3 Rush. What is this? Well, every day we have happy hour, right? Which is a random hour in a day will turn into happy hour. Now we'll have something weekly. Every week, a random day in the week, the whole day it will be a Resident 3 Rush event. What happens when the event is active? Suddenly, you will see Resident 3s pop up all over the map, but only on green locations. and then you can go find them and harvest resin from them. But once a player harvested the resin tree is gone. So it's a race against all the other players to collect as many resin trees as you can. This automatically gives a huge resin advantage to rural players, because you not have to compete with anybody else farming your resin trees, right? So hopefully we finally get some smiles from the rural players. Okay, 6 new daily quests, and they're the gathering quest mechanic, fairly easy to understand. For example, a medium quest could be earn 1200 purple paint from vaults or trade checks. So then you need to go out and hunt, but you need to hunt specifically for purple paint. So, of course, the smart hunter will realize that having the consumables from the coffee shop will be super handy for this. And another type would be earn a certain amount of resin from vault or trade checks. So having trade checks or playing during happy hour is also a really fast way to finish these quests. New consumable, Amber Resin Rush. Right. So the resin tree event is not going to be really powerful for players that live where there is no green areas, right? If you have no parks around you or nothing that is designated green, like the park and nature tag, it's going to be hard to find resin trees, but there is an alternative. If you need resin, drink an Amber Resin Rush. It's an energy drink, and once you drink it, what happens is all your walking quest goals before the next reset will now drop an additional reward. They will each drop 10,000 resin. This you can do anywhere. It doesn't matter where you live, even if there is no tags in your neighborhood, you can walk, right? So this is your way to get resin. The only way to get it is it will pop up in the menus of coffee shop that are at least level 5 or higher. So level up your coffee shops if you want to drink the Amber Resin Rush. But we have another new consumable. Introducing XP Elixir. This is going to be super fun. There is an XP Elixir for each element. For example, if I have a Moon XP Elixir, what I can do with that, I can give a one-time 350 XP boost to a Cubie that has element Moon. Where do I find these? Well, for now, they are only you can only get them via the 1% drop rate on all blue vaults you sold. It's just going to give you a random XP Elixir. New account level perks, and we have a bunch of them. Bill is running away.
Sorry. Dog is barking.
Right, so we have a whole bunch of new account level perks. Some of them are just rewards. For example, at level 12, everybody will get a free Amber Resin Rush, right? For example, at level 38, you will get 500 free crystal keys. But others are more powerful, like at level 40, you get an extra blue user vault slot. At level 45, you get an extra trade check slot. And at level 50, you get remote headquarters access. But more details about that later. Okay. Season 1 will also feature something we have never done before. It will feature a multi-stage mini event, but we don't want to spill the beans on that one yet, but that will be in a future Hunter Lodge. But those chained mini events will then culminate into one big event at the end of the season, a big finale with a big splash, and also we're not ready to spill the bean on that.
There'll be another Hunter's Lodge before season 1.
And that's it. Whew, we made it. 60 slides. So now it's time to do Cubie battle. Who's ready to do Cubie battle? What do you need to equip? It's the Battle of the Wild West. We have already 4 new Adventure Road Cubies, and they look super badass in my opinion. So let's equip them. So we're going to make a snapshot. later at the end of the QA or something, and then do the spin, right, Leppy? Yeah. So
Yep.
don't start equipping me now. Any of these, I am going with Bandana Bill. No, let me. What's the name of the sheriff again? I'm gonna do the sheriff.
I think you should pick the one with the coolest mustache.
Well, that's the sheriff, I think. Ah, Marshall Mack. Yes, yes. Okay, I got Marshall Mack. A player is asking you, Cuckoo Puffs, if you're gonna drink an Amber Resin Rush.
No, he's asking if what am I drinking right
Ah,
now. This is a sparkling watermelon drink. So, but someday,
okay. So equip your cubies to participate. And next Hunter Lodge is going to be Sunday, June 1st, which will be right before we launch Season 1 on the beta server, remember? So we'll have some more details about everything. And it's time to do some Q&A. So we're going to hop out for 10 minutes, take a little break. In the meantime, you can send in your questions, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. All right, thanks everybody. See you soon.
looking forward to the questions.
And we are back.
Okay, welcome back, everybody, to the 23rd Hunters Lodge Q&A. Just as a reminder, please put on one of the Wild West Cubies if you want to participate in the Cubie battle at the end of the Q&A. Our first question is from Adhu9. Does the new reward system change Hunter versus Chill mode?
Yeah, so actually there's going to be a change in season one, which is chill mode is going to be the default mode where everybody hunts on, and hunter mode is going to be used in special occasions in a specific quest, but I don't want to spoil the beans on that yet. But in essence, regular hunting will now always be in chill mode.
Okay, thank you. Our next question is from Shurik. With the June update, will the new 1% bonus drops apply to both Hunter and Casual mode? I guess this is kind of the same as the previous question.
Yeah, so it will always be hunter mode. So you every time you solve a vault, sorry, always be chill mode. So every time you solve a vault, no matter you will be on chill mode, you'll get a 1% chance to get a bonus drop from the vaults. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And from Sam LaRoche, will resin trees appear on green vaults or green areas? What are green areas?
Green areas are green tags. The tags that have the green icon. The park they call, let me see here, park and nature tags. Category park and nature. If you see a tag with category park and nature, a tree can spawn on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually it's like when you're playing the game and you see like a part of it that's shaded green,
Yeah.
right? So like parks and stuff.
Okay, thank you. Our next question is, will you be able to eventually import Cubie coins from Solana into the game, or is it a one-way export?
You will be, but the reason it's not announced today is because it's not going to be in the beginning of season one. It might be towards the end of season one. That's what we're aiming for, because that will need a bank structure. So you will need to build a bank structure to be able to import Cubiecoins from the blockchain into the game.
Yeah. There's a few other stuff that we haven't announced yet around Cubiecoins, so stay tuned. Next Hunter's Lodge is going to be it's going to have even
Yes,
more fun
the
news.
banks can do more than just importing Cubiecoins. Let's just say that.
Okay, I see. Thank you. Our next question is from, you know who this is. I know who you are, Richard the Bacon King. He asks, when Bacon Cubie?
Oh man, we need to do.
Well, a couple of things because we talked about AI. AI allows us to prototype new cubies now very quickly. So, and dogs like bacon, so
Yeah.
maybe there's a way to fit it into the dog season. We'll see. I mean, maybe season two is like hamburger season or something, and you can build
Oh
burgers.
my
I don't
God.
know. We'll come up with
All
something.
American
But
food
yes,
season.
I think we need to have a bacon
Yes, I
cubie at some
agree.
point.
We'll make it happen.
Oh my God. Okay. Our next question is from Beans and Rice. Is there a goal or a general idea about the dollar value of Cubie coins once this export system opens up, or is that being left up to the free market?
Well, it obviously, since it's a real cryptocurrency, it will be left up to the free market. But the only thing we know is where we want to launch it at, and the launch is at what it's at now, meaning $1 is 1,000 Cubiecoins. What
Okay, thank
happens
you.
after that is up to the market, right? So we have no control over that.
Okay, thank you. Our next question is from somebody who knows exactly who they are. Their name is Old White Guy, and he asks, "Does getting verified to export mean doing KYC?"
Yes, and this is not something we can choose to do or not to do. This is something we have to do. So
Yeah, but we're gonna try to keep it as easy and light as possible. So stay tuned for more details around that.
Okay. Our next question is from Boot Scootin' Boogie. What breeds of dogs are going to be the cubies for Dog Mania? Can there be a community poll to vote? Side note, Cuckoo Puffs, what kind of dog do you have?
you
My dog's a mutt. He's a golden mutt of some kind. I don't know where he is. He's like hanging out somewhere. It's a golden retriever mutt.
And for the first question, maybe I mean, it's still in the design phase right now, so maybe I can quickly
Well,
flash
I
something
guess
on
I
the
would
screen, but
say, yeah, like I mean, the cool thing about this is you're going to get 3 months of dogs. So there is opportunity for us to add more dogs, change the breeds. Like we haven't locked in all the cubies yet. We just know that we're
Yep.
taking every idea possible related to dogs. So it's not a terrible idea for us to do some kind of community
Hmm.
poll or some kind of photo contest with dogs or something. I kind of like an idea where the community can, we can contribute a couple of ideas for
Yeah, submit your
cubies.
dog with the picture and the name, and maybe we'll turn it into a Cubie. I like
Awesome.
that.
Can I can I can I get you to maybe spoiler some of the possible dogs that you have already in the works?
I mean, I have literally the 25 different dog concepts here on my desk, so maybe let me see if I can just do.
Surely we can see some.
Let's see.
Oh, this is like heavy spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers, guys.
Okay, can you see this?
It's uploading.
Not yet.
And I'm just going to do it for 2 seconds and then I'm out because this is like at a very, very early stage of design, so things might
I
change.
mean, people are just gonna like freeze frame this whatever you show on the
True.
screen anyway.
It's
So
gonna show uploading dog cubies.
that's true. Yeah, turn it off now, Haroon. Then
It's not.
no
Well, I guess it's
spoilers.
not working because it says it's like stuck on uploading.
Oh, well, I tried, guys. I tried. Why don't we take another question then? The next question is from Resin Treehouse. If the supply cap of Cubiecoins is ever reached, theoretically, would just stop dropping coins?
Yeah, the way that works is remember in the auction house, we take 10% fee of Cubiecoins. And also when we sell stuff in the store, right? 75% of that is going back into the player reward pool. So over time,
Wait, I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was like
no, the
25% of
25
that.
goes to the jackpot pool, right?
Ah. Oh, anyway, details we haven't announced yet. That's going to be for the next Hunter's Lodge. But yes, Jeroen's got the right idea here, which is the way people spend Cubie coins in the game. Theoretically, as we get more players, more Cubie coins are spent, which then gets recycled back into the game. So that's the gist of it. We want to keep producing cool things within the game that will have people spending Cubie coins.
Okay, awesome. Our next question is from Is This Allowed? You discussed exporting tokens, but you did
Oh,
oh,
and
go ahead.
sorry, one other thing though, like we are going to be building that out, but we have at least 2 years worth of Cubiecoins available for the player base without any of those things happening. So presumably, like if people are still buying Cubies and spending Cubiecoins in the game that the way they are today, we've got like many more
Yeah,
years of runway beyond the 2 years we budgeted.
Okay. And the next question was you discussed exporting tokens, but you didn't discuss importing tokens. Is it possible to import Cubie coins into the game? I think
yeah,
we
we answered that with
just
the
answered
banks, eh?
that. Yeah.
Hmm.
They're working on it. They're working on it. Our next question is from Rail. Regarding putting Cubie coins on chain, will there be a Solana to Cubie coin liquidity pool funded? If so, how much Solana will initially be added to it, and will there be additional liquidity added as the seasons progress?
That's one for you, Bill.
So those are somewhat TBD, but we do have a budget that's going to go towards um, things like that.
Yeah,
I don't want to get into all the specifics yet because depending on what the lawyers say, may change some of the plans here. But we're going to throw as much as we can into the cryptocurrency side of the ecosystem.
Okay, thank you. Our next question is from Mad Gibbo. Presume account level rewards will be retroactively available for those who have already achieved that level? Question
yes,
mark.
correct. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Our next question is from Cuckoo Puff's Secret Admirer. Can you buy and import Cubie coins from the blockchain? We have answered this already.
Yes, via bank.
Secret Admirer, they're working on it. And our last question here is with gyms existing now, it feels as if pizza and sushi shops are too expensive at a green key per use for the rewards they give out versus the gym. Any plan to buff those rewards or reduce their cost?
Well, That's not correct, because that's not the only reward. If you want a pizza, a master sushi chef Cubie or a Cubie chef sushi or any of the pizza cubies, you have to go and do these quests. So that's the other reward they give you. You might get a peel or you might get a sharp knife. So not everything has to be on par with like this the exact same reward that they give.
We also, again, we keep track of, how many of a certain cubies in the game, what the usage level of these things are. So, we are not closed to the idea. In fact, it's part of the concept of these things, of changing the rewards in them. So if too many people have Master Sushi Chef, then we might retire that and replace it with something else in the sushi restaurants. So there's, we do keep an eye on, the overall prizes and what that looks like in the economy. We want to keep the rewards fresh and for people to keep interacting with the structures.
And also keep in mind, now you can only level up the structure to level 10, but obviously we have plans to allow higher levels of restaurants, and then they will unlock additional functionality. That's the plan.
So someone mentioned a white paper. We do intend to have one, and a website that's spelling out more of the details around the token. That's going to be coming over the next month or so.
Yeah, working on that. So yeah, you'll see a lot of big things coming out in rapid succession here in the next coming months. So the next coming months, all the way leading up to the launch of Season 1, July 1st, is going to be super exciting. No sleep for me, sadly.
Yeah, so let's see. I don't know if there were any other questions.
That was the last one, yes.
Scrolling through the chat here. I think there was a question around, why are we keeping the country modifiers despite changing the way that the Cubiecoins are going to be, released as the cryptocurrency? And it's really for the same logic as before, which is, different cost of living, different marketing, different marketing budgets, different marketing costs. All these things factor into the country modifier. So I think it makes sense that we continue to keep the country modifier. I think that's just gonna be how it is within the game.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
That's it for Hunterbox 23.
I have two more kind of, I think, fair game questions that
Yep.
came in late. Do you think we can just try to
Yeah,
address
go for
those?
it. Yeah, go for it.
Sure. The next question is, will export accounts reset monthly or weekly? It seems one diamond export ticket uses the entire 250,000 HU level 10 would give us.
Yeah, but that's every week. You can do that every week.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And then last question I have from Cubie Citizen here is, what will happen with the previous export tickets, such as Solana tickets? Thank you.
They will be converted into these tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, at a value, right? So $50 tickets would be silver.
50,000, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, silver.
Yep. And there's a question here about, like, if Cubiecoins are on the blockchain, then how are they in-game? So Jeroen talked about this in one of the slides, but we are minting a Cubiecoin on the blockchain for every Cubiecoin that is earned in the game. So if the total player base has, I'm just making up a number here, but let's say the total player base has 1,000 Cubiecoins across every player in the game, we're going to mint 1,000 Cubiecoins, to make sure that we've got an allocation for everyone to be able to export.
Yep.
The number is much larger than 1,000, but but that's the intention, is that the supply that we launch with will account for every Cubiecoin that has been earned in the game up until this point.
How do you sign up for beta? Well, we'll announce something in Discord, but you need to be part of Discord if you want to participate in beta. That's going to be the main communication channel where our Q&A lead, Carlos, is going to be helping everybody out. All right. Thanks, everybody. This was Hunterlodge 23, big one, monumental step in the history of Cubieverse, in my opinion, and we can't wait to show you those details about the events. But Season 1, we're going to make sure that it blows everybody's brains, and everybody will have a great time. So let's see what happens in beta. Oh, it's snapping.
snuck a question in. So I think it's just a clarification of what I've been talking about. So we're keeping an allocation of coins that are on the chain for all of the players in the game. So, there isn't a situation where someone else is going to somehow buy that and players are not going to be, players are not going to have coins. We have like a separate supply of coins that are going to be set aside just for all the players that are in the game. Hopefully I explained that good. I don't know. But you refer back to the pie chart that Jeroen put up a couple of slides ago, but that explains that as part of the overall minting process of these coins, we are keeping an allocation. I think it's like 10% or something.
Mhm.
That is every coin that has been earned by a player in the game.
Yep. All right, it's time for the Cubie battle. Leppy?
Okay, great. The time is 12:04. Do we want to make small talk for like another minute, or should we take a 12:03 time for?
We can make small talk. I'm just trying to see, there's a lot of interesting comments in the chat, so stuff that maybe makes a question.
Somebody asked what level is my HQ. Well, if you've been playing a while, it should be level 5.
And yes, so if your account was banned or your account, it's been deleted because you haven't accessed it for a while, then your Cubiecoins are gone. So this is a reward for active players, and that's it. Like if you're doing, if between now and when we launch the Cubiecoin on the blockchain, if your account gets banned, then you will not get the ability to export.
Okay, thank you very much. And so we'll take a snapshot for 12:04. And if you'll come to my screen now, I'm about to share. Here we go. Okay, and here we go. We're gonna spin.
Come on. Marshall Mack, come on, come on, come on. Oh. Barky Buck. All right, Barky.
That's our winner.
With the best mustache.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He does have the best mustache.
And
Okay,
I
thank
love
you
the
very
bullet
much,
holes.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.